Good day, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to our weekly forecast, trading the week ahead. We'll be looking at Forex pairs and indices that we'll be looking at, and opportunities and trade ideas that we are looking at going for the week, starting from the 20th to the 24th or 25th. So, starting the week, we'll start looking at our fundamental bias. Just gonna explain our fundamental bias looking at the spreadsheet I've created here. Okay. Looking at the spreadsheet, we have created the spreadsheet just to rate each microeconomics data and give them either a +2 if it's too bullish, a -1 and a -2 if it's bearish and a strong bearish. So in this case, you look at NASDAQ here under NFP. NFP numbers were good, which is very bullish for indices, especially NASDAQ, S&P 500, and USD. We gave the spreadsheet gave it a 2 plus, while CPI came a bit bearish for the indices. I will explain CPI as we go along. We see that it gave us a -1, while interest rate gave us a -2. But all in all, when you look at all these macroeconomics parameters, when it adds all of them, it gave us a 6, ranging between 0 to 4, 0 to -4 at neutral reading. So therefore, in this case, we have NASDAQ US30, S&P 500 as bullish. So those are the only things that I have as bullish for now. I think also US oil, it gave us a bullish reading. So looking at that, the immediate ideas that I have will be, I just filtered the rest just to leave the bullish ones. It will only be US oil, NASDAQ, S&P 500, and USD. I do not have anything that it's bearish. All of them, they're neutral. So, but hopefully as the week comes by and we start also continue tracking our microeconomics, we'll start to have other ideas, more especially on the bearish side. I'm just gonna quickly filter this, see if we have any -2. Okay, it's gonna remove everything and leave a -2. So under -2, or ideas that are a bit are neutral but close to bearish, it's AUD USD, NZD USD, and NZD CAD. It's neutral to bearish because the -2. So if we start from a -4, that will start giving us um, a very, very bearish reading on the spreadsheet. But however, I'm just going to leave the one that I'm interested in that have given us a clear fundamental bias, which is bullish, which are the 4 that I mentioned. But looking at CPI numbers that came out last week, looking at the CPI numbers, okay, coming from 2023, sorry, we saw that CPI was extremely high. That's when we saw the first cutting rates close to this 2%. That's what we want to see inflation at, which is CPI. But August, when we got to 2.4, there now the USA economy started doing quite well. Then we started seeing again a slight increase in CPI numbers. And last week we recorded a 2.9 CPI numbers, which says the US economy is extremely well, doing quite well, which eventually we might struggle to get any decrease in interest rates in the US. And then moving along, when you look at NFP numbers, the NFP numbers, look at this data that came out. 256, a true miss from what it was forecast. I think they were forecast at, I think just below 200. But look at what we got. We got 256, which is a very strong job numbers. So the job numbers in the USA are quite good. And this is a clear indication that the US economy is doing extremely well. So when you look at that, and then you start thinking, are we gonna get rate cuts, or we're gonna start getting increase in interest rates? But when you look at the employment rate, it's quite stable. From January 2024, we started seeing an increase in employment rate, and this was because of the Feds when they started increasing interest rates just to curb the economy, because the economy was doing extremely well. So now they just had to cap the inflation. Inflation was quite high. Now the last numbers was 4.1, which is not, it's quite good. And this is a good number because unemployment rate that's 4.1. It's good. It means a lot of people have jobs. Hence, you see inflation quite high recently in the USA, not really that high, which is 2.9, and the target's supposed to be 2. But now we are close to the 3% CPI number or inflation data. So that's when you'll start to see either rate hikes in the US, just trying to cap inflation. Um, shout out to Trader Nick. I think I saw one of his clip. He did explain the principle, what Feds are looking at for them to get the interest rates to 2%. He explained it thoroughly. Just check him out on his channel. Then the last thing that we're going to look at as our fundamental parameter, retail sales changes. For this January, we saw a 0.4% increase in retail sales, which is good because either way, so for us to think now, okay, the economy is not doing well, you want to see either a flat retail sale changes, but now we have 0.4 increase in retail sales, which is slightly higher. That also it's an indication of an economy that is doing quite well. But looking at all these fundamental parameters or microeconomics, clearly we can see that that is why NASDAQ USD S&P 500 is doing well. And also it could be because Trump is coming through. So yeah, but anyway, let's go to the charts, guys. Let's go to the technical analysis. I'm looking at gold. And remember when I spoke about CPI being high, so higher CPI, possibility of interest rate hikes in the USA, it's bearish for gold. It's bearish for gold unless we have other factors that will contribute in gold being bullish, like the likes of what do you call this? Geopolitics. Geopolitics. If there is any unrest, then that's when we can start seeing gold pushing higher. But just looking at the macroeconomics, gold, it's bearish for gold. A good USA economy, a good economy in the US and also other countries, that's when you start seeing gold moving lower. However, Trump coming through, that we can still continue to see the US economy doing well. However, technically, for me, what I want to see is for gold to break above this support retest and continue to the upside. That's either what I'm looking for. But in this range, I don't want to trade gold in this range. Just want to see a clear direction. For gold to come back lower, to hold here and continue lower. So these are the two ideas that I have. But now we are likely to have a trade above and a retest to continue lower if to continue higher if the Russia and the Ukraine war continues. Looking at other pairs that I'm looking at, let's go for NASDAQ. As I said, I'm looking for NASDAQ and S&P 500. For NASDAQ, I'm looking for an opportunity. Look at so the daily time frame, we see a retest of this order block. We retested it. There was a liquidity sweep below this candle there. Then we started seeing a push to the upside after the CPI numbers. CPI number was higher. I did explain earlier we got a 2.9, which was very strong US economy, which is good for indices. Therefore, I had two opportunities, one of them which I missed. So the first entry for NASDAQ, this was I wanted this to be my first entry but unfortunately, I didn't have my buy limit. Now, I will have the next entry here. I'll immediately on market open. I will have a buy limit at that low. I think the price will be about 21,346. That's around that. That's when for I'll be looking for a continuation to the upside. That's all I'll be looking for, a continuation to the upside. Just a retest, stop loss below the current low to continue to the upside. While S&P 500, similar thing, but I'm going to look for a very strong pullback here below this current low to continue pushing to the upside. And if that happens, for those that trade ICT, they'll call it, there will be an SMT between it and NASDAQ, because in this case, NASDAQ will have failed to create a lower low here. It will have failed to create a lower low, and then we continue to the upside. So that's what I'm looking for. But let's see the reaction coming the following will be a clear SMT. Speaking of US indices, I'm also looking at South African or JSE top 40. I'm looking for longs now. The JSE top 40 with USA CPI numbers, we started seeing the SA or JSE top 40 pushing to the upside, breaking above the support. Sorry. So there's two opportunities that I'm looking at. Yeah. So it's either I'm looking for a trade above or below here and continue to the upside. That's what I'm looking for. But currently, I'll have a buy limit on that support, come back, retest, and continue to the upside as well. So that's what I'm looking for on the JSE top 40. And that's the trade that I'm looking for. But please note, uh, for the JSE top 40, I am not using a leveraged account. I am trading it with one of our South African stock market brokers. I'm not going to mention the name right now. Should I? I don't know. I'm using an unleveraged account, so I'll just buy it as it is. So I'm looking at the retracement. I'm going to continue to the upside target this current daily high. So what do you call this? That's South African top 40. US oil. Remember, US oil gave us a bullish reading. US oil gave us a bullish reading, and these are the trades. Nasdaq and US oil, basically, or let me say indices and US oil. Those are the things that I'm looking for from tomorrow. I mean, from Monday. So those are the first few trades that I'm looking for. And that's what gave us a +5, which it's slightly bullish, but it is bullish. So yeah, and that's what I'm looking for. But anyway, so I'm looking for US oil to come back to this support, retest of the support. I'm gonna look to go long. I'm gonna look to go long. Retest of the support. I'm gonna look to go long. That's US oil. Another interesting one that I'm looking at, AUD USD. So AUD USD, we saw a rejection at this daily fair value look at. We broke below, there was a break of structure, market pulled lower, took out the weekly low, came back inside the weekly low range with it, retesting the support, yeah? So I'm just watching it closely to see what's gonna happen. So I'm indecisive what I'm gonna do with AUDUSD right now. Perhaps I'm gonna wait for a breakout. Oh, come on. Perhaps I'm gonna wait for a breakout and retest here to continue lower. Only if it gives me, only if fundamentally it aligns with my technical. Uh, let's go for, okay, let me do this. Euro JPY. I'm hoping, I'm honestly hoping it will start becoming bullish. I mean, it will start coming bearish. Um, so when you look at Euro JPY or GJ, Euro JPY, yeah, EJ, sorry. So we saw this support holding, we broke below. Now we are retesting the support. We retested that support. As we retest that support, we started seeing good rejection lower. We saw after the rejection, we held that support, rejection on the fair value gap, rejection on this fair value gap again. So it's giving us a strong technical bearish momentum. So I'm just waiting for a retest to that for our fair value gap. Either this current one or this extreme premium prices here to continue lower. However, I will be also be looking at macroeconomics and the fundamental spreadsheet to see what's the update there. Am I gonna continue going lower or not? Is it giving me a bearish bias or not? Okay. Here, Euro AUD, and last time now it's just neutral, but I'm gonna wait for a break above. I'm gonna wait for a break above, hold, and continue to the upside. But let me focus right now on Euro USD. What's interesting about Euro USD? It's just holding support. We held that support. Now it's holding this current support here. Now holding the support very strongly. So that's another trade that I'm looking for. I'm hoping that as the week goes by, it will start giving us a bearish reading on our fundamental spreadsheet. So what am I waiting for here? One could have possibly entered on the support here. Stop loss above will be on the trade. However, since I'm not on the trade, I'm looking for this fair value gap to hold where I can call it support. I mean, so resistance, not support, really. I didn't say that. Oh God, English and the slip of the type. But anyway, to hold this resistance here. But look at that support holding strong. So if I get a very strong bearish candle closed below, retest and become support become resistant, and I'm gonna look for short trades. I'm very bearish on Euro USD still. I'm still very bullish on, so I'll be looking for something like that. The first take profit will be there, but yeah, just market like that. I'll be looking for something like this on Euro USD. And okay, I spoke about NZD USD. NZD USD, technically it's bullish, but I'm not gonna be bullish on it unless my fundamental bias changes to become bullish. Therefore, I'm hoping the support to hold. But technically, it's a very good technical bull as well. If you're a technical trader only, you could be looking at the support already it's holding, market open, enter there, target this current high, which it's the daily fair value gap, or it's a daily support that it had previously. Target that. It's a very good technical bias. That's what you'll be looking at. The last one, okay, USD JPY. I have it. I'm looking for a good trade on USD JPY. Just gonna quickly speak about USD JPY. So my my strong technical bias, for which even though let me look at my spreadsheet. The number that is giving me for Euro JPY. It's giving me a 4, which is slightly bullish. A 4, it's at the borderline of a 4, it's at the borderline, and just quickly. A 4, it's at the borderline of neutral to bullish, okay? I'm just gonna mark the one that I have a 4 and show it to you. What I was trying to complete. Look at that. A 4, which is slightly neutral to a bullish, yeah. And I love the technical, so I'll take it. I'll definitely take it. I love the technical. Use the JPY? Yep. I love the technical. I'll definitely take it. I'll definitely take it with no hesitation. Sorry, with no hesitation. So now, USD JPY, we saw this support break. I mean, the resistance became support now, where it's exactly rejecting at this support. I think support for me. Oh God. But however, now just quickly do this. So we can see it properly. There we go. So we saw a retest of the support, and we're holding the support now. What I want to see on USD JPY, I want to see this resistance breaking. Yeah. Resistance 10 support. However, I'll enter aggressively. So ICT traders, they'll call this an invasion fair value gap. So I just want to see this for our fair value gap tend to become an invasion fair value gap and enter on immediately when we break above or we have this inversion. I'll definitely enter to target the high. My main target here, it will be this high here, which means as we go bullish, once we see breaking above this high there, holding it, then I'll trim my stop loss maybe to this high, to this low, if do 10 low now, but anyway. So this is the trade that I'm looking for on market open, USD JPY. USD CHF, I don't like the price action. Oh, no, no, no. USD CHF as well. I'm looking for a retest. I'm just waiting for another retest to this support because that was a very strong resistance area. We broke above, close above it. Now we are retesting it. Then we're going to look to go long and well. Finally, we're going to look at Bitcoin. So for Bitcoin, for me, I don't have any trade. I'm just out of it. Bitcoin, my anticipation for Bitcoin, I thought there is a possibility of coming back lower to 85,000 before we push higher. However, we didn't get that. So right now, this order block or the support held strongly now pushed to the upside. So if you're in the trade, perhaps your stop loss will be somewhere here and your entry will be somewhere there. I think I saw Trader Nick took such a trade. Big up to him, man. I love that guy. I love Trader Nick. Um, yeah, I love him. He's a very good fundamental trader. Very good fundamental trader. I love him. But anyway, uh, so what I'm looking for going along, it's a break above this 108. Okay, let me just quickly. A break above 108, a retest to continue higher. So this is what I'm looking for, guys. And oh, I'm tired now. I've been speaking for a while. So this is me coming this week, going for the week ahead, guys. And the final one, let's see, USD CAD. Let's speak about USD CAD. Yeah, USD CAD, we are breaking above this high here. If before the end of the week we hold above, retest, I'm gonna look to go long as well. But anyway, so this is my weekly forecast, guys. Um, let's just close off with let's just close off with let's just close off with CO2 data for let's just close off with CO2 data for I just want to see S&P 500 and Bitcoin. Still closed a lot of short contracts. Closed a lot of short contracts. Um, and a very few long contracts. Generally, that's its net bullish because of if we're to minus the two, there's very few long contracts over short contracts that we close. However, if you were to look at NASDAQ, I'm gonna go through all of them. So NASDAQ, they closed a lot of long contracts. They added short contracts. Interesting. Oh, this is interesting. So they closed a lot of long contracts. They added short contracts. Interesting. I didn't anticipate that on NASDAQ. And the final one, it's gold that we're gonna look at. Gold, they added about 20,000 long contracts and short contracts. So with gold that they've added so much long contract, it tells that commercial, non-commercial companies, they are bullish on gold long term. Can clearly see they are 90% bullish on gold, which makes sense. And the fact that they added about 20,000 long contracts, but they are closing short contracts, for me, it's a good sign that they are definitely bullish for this current price action for gold, which means for gold for now, just to close it off, just to quickly close it off for gold, this coming week, we might see a break above gold to go long. We are likely to see something like this if the momentum continues being bullish. Okay, so yeah, that's what I've been looking for, guys. And so thank you everyone for joining me. My name is Prayer, and this was the Ahor Fumo Trading Show. Trading the week ahead or weekly forecast for the coming week. Thank you so much for joining me. Please do not forget to subscribe, like, and leave a comment section and tell me what you think. Truly appreciate all of you. And please do not forget, please, 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 please subscribe to our YouTube channel. And we'll be having other shows. I will be introducing a property talk show as well very soon. And we'll be interviewing any other young person who's making moves in South Africa or anywhere in the world if there will be that opportunity. But with that being said, please like, follow, subscribe. And this was the Ahora for More Trading Show, trading the week ahead. Thank you so much. Bye.